Now, let us start today's class with another sums as stated below. What is given here? A simple absorption refrigeration system cycle which does not consider the rectification column or preheating exchangers. Here, aqua ammonia cycle, evaporator, absorber, condenser, and generator temperatures are 233 Kelvin, 303 means evaporator temperature 233, absorber temperature 303, condenser temperature is 313, and generator temperature 373. The properties of aqua ammonia given here, the strong solution leaving the absorber is concentration of per kg ammonia per kg solution is around 0.21, and enthalpy here kilojoule 30 kilojoule per kg. The weak solution leaving generator and going to the absorber again is have the concentration of ammonia is 0.037 and 340 kilojoule per kg enthalpy. The vapor leaving generator 0.945 is equal to 1870. Vapor liquid leaving condenser 0.945 to 470, and vapor leaving evaporator 0.945 1334. So vapor leaving generator is concentration and vapor leaving condenser is same, and vapor leaving the evaporator they are same. Means concentration is there, this is all same, and enthalpy is different in these cases. What we have to do, we have to find out the schematic diagram of the system for ITR capacity. Determine the mass flow rate of the evaporator. Consider the overall mass capacity. Consider the overall mass capacity and material balance. Consider overall mass balance and material mass balance or particle balance is absorber. This is give two equations. Solve them to determine mass flow rates. Consider energy balance for absorber and generator to find absorber heat rejection and generator heat transfer. Find condenser heat rejection also. Check the overall energy balance regarding pump and then COP. So what we are supposed to do here, first of all, what is TE, temperature of the evaporator? T is given as T is temperature of the evaporator, TA absorber, temperature of the absorber, condenser, and generator. This is the temperatures given here, 23, 303, 33, and 3. And X2 is the concentration of heat, 0.42, that is solution in the absorber. H2 is the enthalpy, X2 and X5, X4, X5, the concentration of ammonia in generator and condenser. And H4, H5 is the enthalpy, and S6, that is that for liquid inside the condenser, X7, X7 is H5, and the enthalpy is given X1, H1, Q, and tonnage is given. So we have to do the schematic diagram of the system first. So what is the schematic diagram here? This is the simple case because no other extension is being shown here. This is the schematic diagram of the simple system. This is the absorber of the refrigerant ammonia, where this is the evaporator from which the low pressure ammonia vapor comes there, and where it is coming, it is more ammonia is applied here, then strong solution is released, go to the generator, got heated through the pump, got heated, then the weak portion is coming out, and hot high pressure goes out here, and this goes to the condenser where it is liquefied as a combination air mixture and goes back liquid ammonia and goes back to the expansion valve, and it is expanded to form gaseous ammonia without, it should be free from all sort of water vapor, then go to the evaporator. Evaporator for low pressure ammonium vapor goes to the absorber where it is again absorbed to a strong solution of ammonia which have cooling water to increase the surrounding temperature of the ammonia. So here what we are doing, we have to do the sum since this is the way. Now schematic diagram shown. Now the mass flow rate of the solution of the evaporator is given by M1, 210, the refrigerant capacity, H1 minus H8. H1 is the enthalpy at enthalpy vapor leaving the evaporator and enthalpy of the liquid leaving the condenser. 470, yes. H1 of ammonia vapor leaving the evaporator given by 3888 and enthalpy of liquid ammonia enthalpy of liquid ammonia coming from leaving the condenser or as well as leaving the expander. Leaving so you put both of all of their value and got the mass flow rate in the evaporator as 0.288 kg per minute, where QV is the capacity in 1 tonnage. What is QV? Is 1 ton is 200 kilojoule. For 1 can capacity here, we are looking for 1 ton capacity. So we are using which is equal to QV. So thus QV refrigerant capacity on ton. So what we are getting, the mass flow rate in the evaporator, refrigerant capacity you know, and the heat extracted is also know as mass flow. The heat extracted multiplied by mass flow is given by the refrigerant capacity. So the mass flow is obtained 0.22 kg per minute. This is the ammonium, vaporized ammonia. Sure. Now, mass flow rates of strong and weak solution. What is that? Absorber, strong weak solution. solution coming inside, absorber, and strong solution coming out from absorber. So strong and weak solution is M2, strong solution M4, weak solution. And the continuous considering overall mass balance of electricity in the temperature, strong and M1 plus M4 is equal to M2. Hence, the amount of mass added, the amount of M1, the mass flow rate in the evaporator plus M4 weak solution is equal to M2. Then mass flow rate in the evaporator, that is mass from evaporator plus mass from generator equal to strong solution coming out from absorber. So M1 plus M4 is equal to M2. And consider the material volume density in the absorber itself. So M1 X1 is the fraction of ammonia. X2, X4 is a fraction of ammonia coming inside the as a weak solution. X1 fraction of ammonia in the mass flow coming received from the evaporator, and M2 into X2. M2 is equal to M1 and M4 plus M4 is equal to X2. So you put the value of M1 that is given here. The value of M1, that is X2, is given as 0.42421. X2, X3. X2 is given here. Solution leaving the absorber means fraction concentration of per kg of NH3 per kg solution. So concentration in kg of concentration of kg of is 0.4321 kg of NH3 per kg solution. So X2, the solution leaving the absorber. Here we put the value of X2. X1 0.22 is the mass into 0.941, X1 minus M4 into the mass flow rate into the weak solution is 0.34, and M0.22 plus M4 into 0.34, and is equal to from equation 1. So from both sides of the equation, 0.9063 plus 421 M4. Then keeping the known factor and unknown factor is one step to the right side. This is 0.023 minus 0.0963 is equal to 0.041 minus 0.073. As M4 becomes 2.606. So M2, M1 plus M4, M2 is given as 0.22 plus 2006 is the 0.2836 kg per kg in kg per minute. It is the mass product of strong and weak solutions. M4 is received here as a solution, and M1 is received. M2 is received as strong solution. Now, absorber heat rejection. Consider the energy balance for the absorber. Absorber heat rejection, when heat rejected to the atmosphere or cooling water, QA M1 into H1, the mass coming inside the evaporator and the absorber multiplied by its enthalpy plus mass coming through the weak solution multiplied enthalpy minus the mass coming out as strong solution multiplied by the enthalpy. So here mass M1 we have calculated, we know 0.022, and which is given, and H1 is also available in enthalpy at the end of the evaporating operation, that is H1 here. Enthalpy of leaving the evaporator, that is 1388. As M4 is the mass coming out and mass coming back as a weak solution, that is by 2606 multiplied 340 minus 28348 minus 30, which is the mass flow M2, which is the mass flow coming out. This is the energy coming in, and this is the mass flow coming out from the absorber. So in the enthalpy, we put all the respective values, we get the heat rejected in the atmosphere of cooling water is 1118.57 kilojoule per kg. Considering energy balance for the generator, energy balance for generator, heat given in the to the refrigerator in the generator is given as Qg M4H4 plus M6H6 minus M3H3, and 0.606.340 plus 0.2288 plus 81870. Consider energy balance for generator. This is for absorber. Then for generator, given the heat given to the refrigerator is M4 plus H4 plus M6 plus H6 minus M3H3. That is M6 is equal to M1, M3 will be equal to M2, and H3 is equal to H3. M3 is the mass flow coming out as the mass flow as the weak solution. M6 is the M1 mass flow going into the solution into the generator. That is 26. Put the respective values and then get the solution as Qg 1288.805 kilojoule per kg. And heat rejected to the condenser QC M0 H6H6, and put M6 and the respective values to 80832. Now construct the overall energy balance and COP. Consider the overall energy balance. The heat absorbed by the generator and evaporator must be equal to the heat rejected from the absorber and condenser. The heat absorbed by the generator evaporator, if we add, then it will become 1438.85. Heat rejected from the absorber and generator, QA 1118.57.320.32. Since the heat absorbed and heat rejected are very close, therefore overall energy balance is checked, and COP QE divided by QG is equal to 1 into 210 divided by QG is equal to 0.71. So COP is equal to 0.171. Both these heat absorbed, heat rejected are close to each other. So overall energy balance is more or less accepted. Next, let us go to another system, domestic electroglass refrigerator. Here, the domestic absorption refrigerator was invented by two Swiss engineers, Karl Munters and von Bulger von Platten in 1925, while they are studying for their undergraduate course of Royal Institute of Technology in Stockholm. Now, the idea first developed by the Electrolux company of Luton, England. Where it is, what is shown here, first of all, This is the condenser. From the condenser, it is liquid amine coming to the evaporator, and hydrogen is coming here, and ammonia is coming, ammonia and hydrogen coming out and goes to the absorber, and they are mixed. Then strong solution of hydrogen and ammonia is coming out, then go to the heat solution where heat is being added